insane technology. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, says he hopes people will be there by 2027. Musk states that the goal of SpaceX is to help humans get to Mars. SpaceX is creating rockets, landers, and equipment to do so. To prepare and understand what Mars is like in 2020, a rover will land on Mars to seek information if there has been past life on the planet. Since 2010, NASA has been testing out effects of what living in space can do to the human body to prepare us for living on Mars. NASA has also sent a team of scientists to live in a Mars-like dome for a year near a volcano on Earth. NASA is even doing tests on Mars for a year. Spacesuits and other technology are also being tested. Getting to Mars will be very difficult. Each group of about 8 people will be stuck in a pod heading to Mars for 8 months in a very small space. For each group, it will cost $6 million. But once people get to Mars, people will inflate buildings in the shape of a dome, which are pressurized tents that can grow food. These tents are pretty small. They can suit of about 6 people. To get oxygen, people could use the process of electrolysis, which is passing an electric current through water. Because of the extreme radiation on Mars, people most of the time are going to have to stay in their homes. But instead of wearing spacesuits, you may ride in pressurized vehicles when you have to get out of your home.
How do you land on Mars? Very carefully. Your spacecraft hurtles toward the planet at thousands of miles per hour, so you'll have to hit the brakes in a hurry. First, your capsule needs a heat shield. It protects the spacecraft inside from the heat and friction of entry into the atmosphere. Friction slows you down over 90%, but not enough to land safely. Use a parachute to slow down even more. Still, falling at over 100 miles per hour, you need the right system to land safely. Here are some options. With a small to mid-sized rover, use a cushion of airbags along with retro rockets. Impact at 30 miles an hour and bounce to a stop. With a large lander, use retro rockets and landing legs to touch down, going about 6 miles an hour. Or with a large heavy rover, use a big jetpack to slow down to under 2 miles an hour. Then gently lower it on cables to land on its wheels. Any way you do it, you'll need skill and hard work. There's nothing easy about landing on Mars.
After watching this video, we can conclude that getting to Mars will be very difficult, but not impossible. The kinds of technology that will be used on Mars will help us out, but they will be very expensive. But going to Mars will be the chance of a lifetime. We're prepared with houses, technology, vehicles, and food. So what do you think? Will people soon live on Mars?